Have you ever had a stalker chasing after you? Now, as weird of a question as this might be, bear with me, we are getting somewhere. These were the last lines my Uber driver told me before he nearly kidnapped me, but he forgot which way he should go and told me to get out. But this story takes me to the next story, where we have a French man who has been stalked by a ghost and doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I mean, who would feel comfortable with a ghostly attachment? This man can't take a break. Everywhere he goes, he finds himself encountering paranormal activity because of these ghosts. At his work, in his house, in the bathroom, even in his dreams. The man can't sleep well with his wife anymore because that ghost would be lying in the middle of the bed between them. He decided to record everything and publish it. As of one day, he knew this ghost wouldn't resist messing with his phone, so he decided to leave the phone on the table and stay away. It took a while, but eventually, the phone slid across the table on its own. This wasn't what crumbled the man. It was the fact that this freak of an entity had the ability to access the phone's face detection and unlock the device. And if I'm not mistaken, by the security camera, it seems like it was scrolling over some social media platform. In another footage where the man was working out because no pain, no drain, he knew that ghosts would be joining him. So he put the camera down beside him while he worked and gained, and you can see how towels and laces were moving on their own. At the beginning, it was subtle movements, but then this ghost got aggressive. He took the no pain, no gain to the next level. In one video, the door was slammed shut so fast and so hard on its own, it almost created a shockwave. While the man was at work, he left his phone recording when a table flipped 180 degrees by itself. When he returned to that room, he put down a board. He barely turned around, and the board flipped.
Là, il y a des bruits de malades ici, là. Là, vous entendez? Putain, il n'y a rien. La porte, elle a bougé. Je suis sûr qu'elle a bougé. Non! Là, j'étais en train de faire la VOV pour la prochaine vidéo. Et regardez là la prise. Je suis sûr qu'elle était en train de bouger juste avant. Putain, c'est flippant. Eh, oh, oh! Putain. Ah, ce coup de flip, putain. Jour 8, j'ai entendu du bruit dans la salle de sport. Du coup, j'ai posé mon téléphone sur trépied et voilà ce qu'il a filmé. Montez le son, c'est assez impressionnant. Jour 7, encore une fois, je vous apporte la preuve que quelque chose d'anormal se passe. Chaque jour, je constate des déplacements d'objets, parfois calmes, parfois violents, mais toujours plus fréquents. Aujourd'hui, c'est une planche à roulettes que j'ai retrouvée déplacée. Je l'avais pourtant rangée moi-même hier soir. Là, on est samedi, il n'y a personne d'autre que moi dans le local, et cette planche, c'est moi qui l'avais rangée hier soir moi-même à cet endroit précis. Là, dans la vidéo, je suis en train d'expliquer qu'en fait, c'est tous les objets qui sont sur les étagères que je retrouve parfois au sol. Parfois les planches qui sont à droite que je retrouve qui tombent aussi, les serre-joints, les pots de peinture, enfin bref, je vous laisse écouter le reste de la vidéo, c'est assez flagrant. Que je peux avoir tombe au quotidien, tout le temps. Hop là, voilà, malgré la montée d'adrénaline, j'ai réussi à penser à me tourner tout doucement pour pas qu'on m'accuse d'avoir fait un cut ou un montage. Du coup, j'ai pas pu filmer l'instant exact où ça s'est produit, mais j'ai déjà capté d'autres phénomènes en direct que j'ai postés sur ma chaîne. Continuez à m'écrire, à me donner vos avis, ça m'aide énormément à tenir. Et si ce que vous voyez ici vous interpelle, abonnez-vous, partagez les vidéos. Et surtout, au jour 5, j'ai voulu piéger ce phénomène et j'ai réussi. Depuis un moment, mon téléphone change souvent de place. J'ai demandé à ma femme et mes enfants, mais personne n'y touche. Et ces phénomènes, ça arrive de partout, à la maison, comme au boulot, comme n'importe où en fait. Du coup, j'ai décidé de le laisser poser sur une table du boulot volontairement et je suis parti. Et regardez ce qui se passe. On ne voit pas l'image parce que j'ai accéléré la séquence, mais ce qui me glace le sang, c'est que le téléphone s'attarde jamais sur les photos du travail ou d'animaux. C'est toujours les mêmes. Les photos de famille, des amis et surtout les enfants. Jusqu'à présent, ça concernait que moi, alors je m'inquiétais pas, mais là, ça prend une ampleur trop importante. C'est décidé, je vais agir. Merci aussi pour vos nombreux messages. Beaucoup me conseillent de mettre de la sauge ou de tenter de communiquer avec ce qui se passe. Je vais tenter de faire ça ce week-end, mais j'avoue que je suis pas habitué et surtout, il faut que je prenne mon courage à deux mains parce que là, je suis clairement... voilà, je l'avais pas remarqué avant et en fait, c'est sur le live que les gens me l'ont fait remarquer. On va même voir que le papier il tombe, voilà, avec les mouvements de l'étagère. Et je vous laisse observer le reste. Je vous remets le son normal et vous verrez que c'est assez impressionnant. Attention, âme sensible, s'abstenir. Je suis en train de faire mon sport là. J'arrive plus là, je suis plus concentré. Oh putain. Oh putain, ça y est. Y'a quelqu'un? Y'a quelqu'un? Oh putain. Putain, j'arrive pas à filmer là. Je suis désolé, j'ai pas grand chose à dire là. Arrête! Ah! Putain.
There are still more videos on his account if you want to check him out, but he said he has been followed by this ghost beyond his ability to comprehend it since it's even at work. I have always been telling people for the past 10 years to never go and explore abandoned places, cemeteries, ruins, and such on their own. I have been trying to advise these young fellas to never conduct such a serious activity, especially alone, as it could have a horrifying impact on their lives, but they never listened to me. I kept my promise to my beloved wife, who passed away 12 years ago. Her last words were for me to never lose track and keep on going with what I was doing, to never back up. That's why I will never stop advising these people until they stop, or till my heart stops beating. It got so dramatic over there, and it seems like I have been lying all this long, and yes sir, I was lying, but let me tell you why. The guy in the next clip forced me to. Why? Did he email you to never use his videos unless you tell us such lies? Nope, but his actions required me to keep on going with my unbaffled nonsense. To be more clear, this dude does random investigations of abandoned creepy places, which obviously could result in demonic attachments. Why do you care so much about his safety? Because his safety is my duty. That's warmly cringe. Anyway, here are some clips of him dealing with the paranormal in his house as a result of his investigations. In some, we can see him complain about his bag being moved from its place, as if it was thrown somehow. How creepy. Then, in another video, we can see that his TV is glitching, while in another security camera recording, an ugly, scary face can be seen peeking from behind the glass of the door. Isn't it offensive to call that creature by such harsh words? Why are you so mean? Well, when you see the creature, you may lose your cool and could even use worse words to describe him. While he was having a conversation with his family, and here I'm talking about the dude, not the creature, a ball rolled from behind him somehow. One day, he came back home, only to hear someone mimicking his voice and calling him by his name.
Fantasma captado por la
ese es el
cámara
juego,
de
ese es el
seguridad.
ese es el de Rafita, ese es su juguete.
No, pero no se ve como si hubiera adentro.
Ese, mira, no, ese es el juguete de Rafita. Ahí nada más, pero no. O sea, se ve raro. Hay alguien ahí. Hay alguien ahí. Ve. Mira.
No
Mira.
mames, espera. A ver,
Ahí está.
corto.
Ya, lárgate. Dile que qué quiere.
A ver, ¿qué quieres? No, gordo, no. Desgraciado. ¡Ya, deja! ¡Púdrete!
Que hay gente TikToks, miren. Son casi las 5 de la mañana, faltan 5 minutos para las 5. Está todo oscuro. Me levanté a tomar agua. Esa bolsa estaba allá con las demás bolsas. De hecho, ahí las alcanzan a ver, miren. ¿Cómo llegó aquí? Nadie se ha parado. ¿Oyeron? Las chicas están dormidas. Rafita dormido porque se sentía malito. Y miren. Esto llegó aquí. ¿Cómo? No sé. Yo me levanté al baño. Y miren. Yo no escuché absolutamente nada, Misterio sin resolver. Ahí está esa cosa. ¡Ay, güey, hijo de su madre! ¡Mira, mira, mira, mira! ¡Nos acaban de aventar la pelota de aquí!
Imagina estar en casa y que pase esto.
¿Ahora qué mames? No sé.
Sí, lo grabé. Checa, se va a ver. Se va a ver. Sí, lo grabé.
No, ya está.
Tu nombre.
¿Qué pasó? No.
These videos were all creepy, and I believe this could be an interesting journey to go on with this dude. Unless he restricts me from sharing his videos, then I will be pissed, and you don't want to see me in that mood. Trust me, bro. Imagine being so haunted or living in such a haunted place to the point where even your dog decides to learn how to speak to you by himself in a language you could understand. Winnie, which is a name I just made up to call our man in the next video, lives in his haunted house with his dog. Obviously, I have been featuring him for years. You heard it right, years. That's how long I have been here on this platform. One day Winnie returned home. I don't know where he was. I was going to call him to ask just to give you more context, but I never found his phone number. He just returned home, and the faucet started running. The sink got wet, and he had to turn off that thing before things got ugly. Things did get ugly, though. As the basement door started being pounded on heavily, he went to see who had been locked in there while he was at work, but he found no one. It was almost like a trick by these ghosts to distract Winnie while they messed up the kitchen behind his back. They opened every cabinet and drawer in that kitchen. The knocks on the basement door returned, but Winnie knew it was just a trap, so he never answered. But if you paid close attention, you could hear what sounded like whispers around the man. You might think that clip was done there, but you're wrong, as you always have been. The man decided to call it a day and leave the house, but on his way out, he encountered a shadowy figure passing by. He just didn't notice it in real time. The next day, he encountered that same shadow figure, but this time he did see it and backed up. One day, he had to sleep in a hotel because he heard something upstairs. When he went to see what could be causing the noise, behind the bedroom door, a solid black-looking figure, the man rushed to the room but couldn't find a trace of it.
If you saw my last video, this thing chased me away last time. It's been 2 days and that's the water. It's gonna be a great... Anything else in here? It's gonna be a great water bill. I did not leave that on. It's non-stop. What the? Would you please stop? I told you I'm leaving.
I gotta go through and close everything again. Every time. If you want my attention that much, you have my attention. What do you want? This thing is... do the doors. Would you please stop this? Okay, I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna leave for another couple days. I gotta go back for my keys. This is too much. I think it's time to go. There's nobody upstairs. Get out. Okay, it's in my bedroom. Gotta get out. And here he is. Get out. I got him. I'm moving. That's it. And with that, I will admit, that was one of the scarier ones. So we're going to stay here. And, yeah. Charlie, what are you whining about? Is there something bugging you? Is something here? Really? Do I need to come see? What do you see, Charlie? All right, where'd you go? Show me. Is it over there again? Hey, don't mess with my dog. You tell him, Chuck. Is that where he went? Whoa. Okay. I see it this time. Charlie, no, come here. Charlie. I told you, dude. He's scary, I know. What are you thinking? You ready? Should we get out of here? Let's get out of here. You got your collar? Should we go? Let's go. Come on. I'm chasing the scary guy, huh? Don't worry, I don't need shoes. We'll come back later. Come on, let's go.
I just wish that he had done a full 360 in that room where he found the figure messing with the door. I felt some pain in my neck just waiting for him to look at that corner. Gabriel is on a mission today to investigate a house he previously visited, and that visit didn't go so well, so he decided to return to the property once again to solve what he found to be an issue at the first visit. So what kind of situation did he face on that first visit? Did the owners treat him poorly? Didn't they have any kind of hospitality to greet the man with? Was the tea too cold and light tasting? Or maybe they didn't have biscuits to provide with the drinks, so he didn't feel like they were being nice to him. Maybe they talked to him harshly. Maybe you should shut it down and let me continue. The visit wasn't to sit with the owners, as the original owners had already passed away a long time ago. The elderly couple who previously lived there had health issues, including Alzheimer's and cataract, and the husband passed away at an advanced age. While their children took over, they rarely checked on the property. It's almost abandoned. Oh, I see now. You mean Gabriel is an investigator, not just an ordinary dude, and the situation he faced on his first attempt at exploration was nothing less than paranormal. Isn't that true? So you finally figured it out, that we are obviously going to talk about something scary related. Gabriel opened the door to this property, only for hell to break loose right away and the devil to show off his fangs. How terrifyingly described. So what happened? Did a dark, scary, translucent figure grab him by the neck and lift him up like a puppet? Are you drunk, dude? We are living in the real world. I was over-exaggerating. He just felt like someone was watching over him, right beside his shoulder, and there was a knife stabbed into the cabinet. Things got more terrifying as the entrance door was moving on its own, and it was clearly not caused by any air force. The painting fell off the wall, the curtain was moved, and Gabriel is still feeling surrounded. The chair moved, the blanket was pulled, and Gabriel still felt surrounded. He lit up a candle, they turned it off over and over, and Gabriel still felt surrounded. But in the end, he finally picked who was accompanying him on camera, a tall shadow figure standing in the corner. At least Gabriel can rest in peace.
Ué. Estranho. Ah, sim. Minha nossa. Licença. Você é louco. Você é louco, o pau. Nossa, mano. Você é louco. Cara do céu. Opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa. Pessoal. Cara, isso aqui foi a pior coisa que aconteceu quando eu entrei aqui. O sentimento que eu tô tendo aqui não é legal não, pessoal. Opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa. Minha nossa, mano, olha isso, pessoal. Cara, dá uma olhada nisso, cara. Eu não sei se a câmera... Cara, se deu certo... Olha isso, ó. Cara, eu juro que essa porta mexeu também, cara. Opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa. Escuta. Vocês estão vendo isso, pessoal? Cara, não tô acreditando, mano. É isso, pessoal. Opa, opa, eu tô escutando alguma coisa pra cá, pessoal. Ai, minha nossa, cê é louco, mano. Nossa, mano! Cara, vocês viram isso, velho? Cê é louco, mano! Minha nossa, mano! Cara, cê é louco, pessoal! Cara, olha isso, mano! O negócio caiu aqui! Ai, minha nossa, cara, cê é louco, velho! É muito difícil, é raro ver, entendeu? Cê é louco, mano! Nossa, mano, olha isso, velho! Cara, cê é louco, mano! Minha nossa, mano! Ah, não, velho! Opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa. Cara, nossa, olha isso, olha isso. Olha isso, pessoal, a porta de novo, ó. Pessoal, tem que ficar esperto com isso aqui também, cara. Porque quando isso aqui voou pra cima de mim, eu não posso vacilar aqui, não. Isso que ainda não fiz muita coisa aqui, entendeu? Nós já chegamos entrando, tá? Nossa, mano, olha isso, pessoal. Cara, você é louco, mano. Minha nossa, cara. Minha nossa. Cara, você é louco, pessoal. Dá uma olhada nisso, mano. Minha nossa, cara. Cara do céu, mano. Olha isso, cara. O negócio arrepia inteiro, que ruga até o couro, mano. Minha nossa, cara. Cara, cê é louco, mano. Minha nossa, pessoal. Olha isso, pessoal. Cara, cê é louco, mano. Minha nossa, cara. Vocês viram isso, pessoal? Cara, vocês viram isso aqui, mano? A hora que eu entrei, pessoal. Cara do céu, cê é louco, mano. Ai, minhas costas, cara. Eu bati aqui no fogão. Ai, minha nossa. Cara, cê é louco, mano. Minha nossa, pessoal. Cara do céu, cara, o lugar é ruim mesmo, pessoal. Opa, opa, opa, opa, opa, opa. Se eles não apagar, quer dizer que não, certo? Vocês ainda permanecem aqui nesse local? Minha nossa, mano, olha isso, pessoal. Cara, cê é louco, mano. Cara, olha isso, pessoal. Ai, minha nossa, mano. Cara do céu, olha isso, pessoal. Pessoal, cê é louco, o negócio tá aproximando, a gente tá tendo esse contato, entendeu? Cara, que sentimento, velho. Opa, opa, opa, opa, opa. Ai, minha nossa, cara, cê é louco, cara. O casal. É o casal que permanece aqui. Minha nossa, mano, olha isso, pessoal. Cara, minha nossa, mano, olha isso, pessoal. Cara, cê é louco, mano. Cara do céu, olha isso, pessoal, cara. Minha nossa, mano. Ah, não. Nossa, mano, olha isso, cara. Cê é louco, pessoal, cara. Vocês viram isso, mano? Minha nossa! Nossa, cara, cê é louco! Ah, não! Cara, cê é louco! Minha nossa, mano! Cê é louco!
Maybe we can figure out who this figure is. The children were said to rarely visit the house, if they even consider it to be their own property. This could be one of them finally attempting to check on the place. It's time to return to yet another abandoned school to be seen in action. We have a man who, when I first saw one of his videos, I was like, why should I even feature him? He is obviously staging the activity based on just one scene, which I wasn't really sure of. I just judged it like I judge everything. But then I saw him featured on a different channel, so I decided to give him a shot. But he said he doesn't drink. Without any more sarcasm, I returned to his channel and picked everything, and here he is. The investigation he conducted was uploaded to his channel in different short videos, all linked together, but I don't really know how long he stayed there, because in some of the videos, it was nighttime, while in other videos, it was still early in the day. He opened the gate and went right in, and to his surprise, he found that place filled with paranormal activity right away, as if these ghosts were just looking for an opportunity to show off their skills in causing some massive shift in the atmosphere. He casually walked towards the door right in front of him because it was swinging back and forth, and upon closer inspection, there was no clear sign of fabrication. Inside that room though, there was a chair that kept moving on its own until the door was opened for it to see the sunlight for the first time in years. The chair kept moving till it left the room but didn't stop moving even when it was out. That chair had high hopes, while the other door was also in the action swinging too. I'm not so sure what was thrown from one of these rooms, but it's said to be a rake. But it got late at night, and despite that, the investigator kept his composure and stayed in which he discovered another creepy event, where a doll was sitting on what looks like a bed base. It kept moving its head right and left. That movement became more apparent and deliberate the longer he stared at it.
سوق يلا خير دور خير يلا خير يلا خير سوق يلا خير يلا خير دور خا يلا خير يلا خير دور خا يلا خير يلا خير دور خا يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير دور خا يلا خير يلا خير قل اعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس دور خا يلا خير يلا خير دور خا يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير دور يلا لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله الله أكبر بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس إلا الله محمد رسول الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر قل أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس أغوغوري مرغروخا أغوغوري لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر السلام عليكم مرغرو داتا سو غوري ها رانا ورځ راته سو ګوره ښه دې کور کې د سر پرې دي نه ښه دا چې موږ څنګه راغلو که نه ته ګوره ښه دې ورارڅه ته وګوره یا الله خیر یا الله خیر قل اعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس اله الناس من شر الوسواس الخناس الذي يوسوس في صدور الناس من الجنة والناس یا الله خیر څوک یې لکه څوک یې یا الله خیر ورګولاکو څوک یې یا الله خیر یا الله خیر یا الله خیر دا وګوره ښه یا الله خیر یا الله خیر یا الله خیر بسم الله الرحمن الرحیم یا الله خیر یا الله خیر یا الله خیر دو ګوره ښه یا الله خیر دو ګوره ښه دو ګوره رڼا ورځ د مرګرو رڼا ورځ د ګوره ښه یا الله خیر یا الله خیر یا الله خیر يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير دو ګوره تاسو ښه يلا خير الله سوګي لگا يلا خير دو ګوره مرګوري يلا خير يلا خير يلا خير دو ګوره يلا خير أعوذ برب الناس ملك الناس إله الناس من شر دو ګوره انا ما خير ميري يلا خير يلا خير
Actually, I'm not really sure if this place is in fact an abandoned school or not. After thinking about it, it might just be one of these weird houses in Pakistan. I don't like to say caps for anyone who's in the situation our next guest is in, but sometimes I feel like people take advantage of the situation to reach their goal while making others believe that they did what they did out of their control, and others would find no other way but to believe him. It feels like I'm giving you a puzzle to solve, but I know you're solving a thing, so let me get right to it. The next video takes us on a ride with an investigator named Shahen, whom I have featured once before and might have named Adam due to his channel's name on YouTube. The guy decided the other day to help his friend while also recording, which might seem like a cheap clout-chasing move, but it wasn't a materialistic kind of help. It was more of a friendship moral support. Shahen's friend, whose name is Khan, is in deep, deep water as his house is seriously haunted. Now, when Shahen reached the location, the house, he began feeling strange energy around him and heard some weird noises coming from within the house, but he proceeded anyways. He knocked on the door, and I was like, why is this man knocking at an abandoned house door? Like, who is supposed to answer him? The ghost? But then a person came out and creaked the door open to see who it could be this late at night at his home. He greeted his friend and invited him in. To be honest, I really thought the house was abandoned at first, so my initial thought when I saw Khan opening the door for him was, oh, so he made it here first to investigate on his own before Shahen reaches the location. Then I realized it was an occupied house. Khan described how he has been seeing figures and hearing noises. He doesn't even remember an accident where he was under the influence of these ghosts, almost possessed. He was holding a crowbar and almost hit Shahen. That's what I mean by the beginning of taking advantage. During the investigation itself, lots of noises were heard, the door handle shook, and doors slammed and were locked on their own to the point where Khan lost consciousness.
Kaan. Selamünaleyküm. Aha ses geldi. Benim Şahin. Arkadaşlar Ferit.
Kim o?
Benim. Göremiyor musun beni? Şöyle yapayım ışıktan. Göremiyorsun herhalde.
Ha. Siz misiniz Şahin?
Benim. İçeride ışık mı var?
Bakıyorum işte.
Burada mı yatıyorsun sen? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bu ne? Kapı kolu niye oynuyor? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Allah! Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sen bunları yaşıyorsun değil mi evde? Biz yokken ne? Yaşıyorsun değil mi? Hala daha burada duruyorsun sonra. Ulan...
Onlar zannettim.
Tövbe estağfurullah, tövbe estağfurullah, tövbe. Şimdi Kaan, Biz seninle en son dedenin evine gitmiştik, hatırlıyor musun?
Onlar.
Varlık değil mi? Bir varlıklar seni çağırdı. Ne diye çağırıyorlar seni? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Seslere odaklanma, bana odaklan. Ne diye çağırıyorlardı seni?
Onlar uzaklaştırdılar bizi.
Sen de bunlardan olmaya başlıyorsun yavaş yavaş. Sinirleniyorlar. Evzü bir kelimetillahi tammatı min şerri mahlak.
Şahin.
Tamam, sakin ol. Şimdi sana bir soru sorayım.
Yaklaşıyorlar.
Farkındayım. Bir an önce sorularımı sorup buradan gitmek istiyorum bak. Bir an önce sorularımı sorup sorularımın cevabını alıp buradan gitmek istiyorum. Nasıl yapmadın?
Ben sana zarar vermem Şahin.
Tamam, bana zarar vermesin de çektiğin levyeyi hatırlıyorum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Çektiğin levyeyi de mi hatırlamıyorsun?
Hayır Şahin, ben sana isteyerek zarar vermem kardeşim.
Nasıl yani?
Kızdılar.
Neye kızdılar? Dedene mi?
Hayır, bana.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Bana kızdılar. Sizi buraya getirdiğim için.
Sana mı kızıyorlar?
Gitsin dediler.
Seni çağırdılar daha sonra. Sadece bu odada durmanı istiyorum senden, tamam mı? Başka hiçbir şey istemiyorum. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bunlar bu şekilde dursun. Sadece bekle beni, tamam mı? Tamam. Kapı açılmıyor. Anahtarı versene. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kapı ne ara kilitlendi lan?
Orada
Bir şey görmedim. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Daha senin gördüklerini ben göremiyorum. Maalesef. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Anahtar bir daha mı geldi? O anahtarı da alsana eline.
Ama sonra yine geliyorlar.
Allah'a soruyor musun?
Diyorum.
Yoksa bir kelimedir daha yıkanmak bir şey daha. Tamam. Bildiğim kadarıyla evlisin sen.
Evli değilim yani.
Dahi tamamen bir şerem ahlak. Sen evli değil misin?
Babaannem var.
Ben seni evli diye biliyorum. Bana yalan söylemiyorsun değil mi?
Evlendim.
Bende yoğun bir şey var. Gitsin diyorlar. Bende ne var biliyor musun? Aslında o konuma var. Konum Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Neyse sen oraya bakma. Kan oraya bakma sen. Bende koruma var aslında. Koruma olduğu için biraz da böyle. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Biraz da o yüzden durabiliyorum.
Burada zaten güvende değiliz.
Burada güvende değil miyiz? Ama sen burada kalıyorsun.
Yatak orada.
Yatak orada.
Şahin, sen nereden geldin? Geldiler.
Dur bir dakika kal, ben bakacağım. Bakacağım, sen sakın ayrılma buradan. Kapı açılmış anladın. Direkt hocanın yanına gitmen gerekiyor. Bayağı bir uzun süre bir tedavi olman gerekiyor. Bir haftaya falan yanına geleyim. Olur mu? Tamam. Tekrar geleyim. Hocayla görüşeyim. Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bu ayak sesi ne abi? Kaan! Kaan! Kaan! Kaan! Lan! Lan oğlum! Lan! Lan! Siktir! Kaan! Ananı siktir! Euzubillahimineşşeytanirracim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Kaan! Lan oğlum ne yaptın sen?
Not for a single moment during the video did I really feel like this place was occupied and a normal person was living in it, let alone the location itself. How does he even live there under such scary conditions? When you work as a manager, pretending that you would become one day a manager at some place. Heck, you can't even be the manager in your own family. How would you be able to manage a whole team of workers? That is scary by itself. But let's finish what I have started. If you work as a manager, you also own the risk of handling a situation if it breaks down where you work. But what if that situation is all on you? I know I may have confused you, but the situation Mark is facing, or the one he has already gone through, is way more confusing than this script I'm reading. The man is obviously a manager at some store, and while he was in the storing room, packing stuff up and arranging packages on the shelf, he got an eerie feeling, a feeling that something isn't right around him. He suspected that something unusual was taking place in his surroundings. And he was right, some of these boxes weren't where they were supposed to be. It's not one of my corny jokes, I'm being serious. One of these boxes fell out of its place. Not only that Mark was completely alone that night, but the box itself that fell out of its place was perfectly sitting on the shelf, meaning it wasn't on the edge that it would have been possible for it to fall down due to gravity. Some force should have pushed it, but this force was 100% ghostly. And I know I'm saying that with full confidence, even though I myself aren't too much of a nice guy when it comes to these kinds of clips. But what Mark and I discovered later after reviewing the security camera footage is living proof that dark entities such as ghosts do actually exist. Later, Mark had to go on a one-on-one investigation all by himself, only for something to pull him back, something terrifying. The fact that he had long hair just made it easier for these ghosts to grab him.
He's putting things away from the box. All right, now watch. I want you guys to focus on this area right here, okay? Hold on, let me speed this up a bit. All right, watch.
You have the doctrine right, and you stow it on a shelf in your closet, and do not pull that doctrine out.
Boom, you see that? I'll get back here for you guys to give you a better view. Look at that. And I'm just like tripping, like what just happened? At first I didn't know what the hell it was, but went to see that there's a box on the ground. I'm like, okay, it's weird. And now I'm going to look, to see what's going on. It fell, okay, but pay attention to this area right here. Watch.
That's not what I asked you.
Is that you? Look. I'm here by myself. Nobody's here. It's just me. See that? Come out. I'm not afraid of you. Is that you that threw down the box earlier? Come on out. You don't scare me. Come on out. Always trying to mess with me. Ooh! Oh, shit. No. Hell no. Hell. Let me see. Hold on. Where am I? I'm here. Where am I though? Look, there I am, right there. Look, you see that? You see that? Nah. No. Hell no.
I may risk losing my position as a manager if I were in his place. It's not easy to manage a place full of employees, but it becomes extremely difficult when you also have to manage working with ghosts haunting the venue. I'm never easy on hospitals. It's not a place I like to visit or even be nearby. Who even likes to be near them except for the people who work there? This next video has no audio, no context, no source, no father, no mother, and no family. It's a video that feels like it spawned out of nowhere. You don't even understand why the doctor in the video was even recording, but since it's such a short video, I will also not make it long. So this doctor was, or seemed to have been, alone in the building when he decided to make a video. Maybe he was already aware that the place was indeed haunted, or had something odd secretly lingering around it, when, behind him and without him noticing, a big dark figure far away in the corridor appeared to be slowly walking. As described by the person who uploaded the video, and possibly in his comment section, they are assuming this might be a soul reaper or just an ordinary creepy shadowy figure, but what if it was one of his co-workers playing a prank on him? I have never seen a witch as clumsy as the one in the next video. Even though she might not have appeared, at least that's what I think, she still made her presence known in a funky way, shall I say. We have Diego and Ties, two investigators who decided it was time to visit the so-called infamous witch house, which is located deep in the woods. As they head to the house, and before they delve inside, on their way walking, they find some traces of footprints that belong to humans and a tree branch that is somewhat blocking their way in there. Now, these are all signs that no matter if the house is haunted by ghosts or not, humans in such places are not to be joked with. Before they could even get to the door, Diego claimed that he saw a figure standing by the window of that house, and there were sounds of bangs, which I believe could have been the entrance door being pushed back and forth before being slammed shut. Finally, they were able to get to the door and lay a hand on it, a dirty hand on that doorknob, to say the least. It took Diego some strength to pull the door open, and it was embarrassing in front of the lady, but that's his problem. When the door was opened, it didn't take a minute before they encountered something scary. Human legs were lying on the bed, indicating someone was lingering inside before these legs vanished, and no trace was found of anyone. Remember how I said the witch is clumsy? Because not only was she threatening them if they didn't leave the house, but she also had a very cringy laugh that sent shivers down the two's spines. Diego tried an experiment where he sat on the bed dizzy before some fire was ignited under his bed for a brief moment. It all ended up when they encountered a creepy figure by the entrance door that seemed to have lost its way.
Escuta, escuta. Você tem que andar aqui. Você não escutou, não? Você escutou fácil? Aham. Como se estivesse andando ali, no meio do mato. É pra cá que você falou, né, que a...
O cemitério é lá pra cima.
né?
É. Meu pai amado. Olá.
Ela se trancou lá pra não entrar?
Será?
Ai, meu Deus. O que foi? O que foi? O que foi, meu?
Bruxa?
Ele tá aí, ó. Ela tá...
Eu vi aqui, eu vi, na cama.
Ela?
Não sei.
Ai, meu Deus do céu! Ai, Jesus amado! Tiago! Tiago do céu! Tiago!
A tuia, né, cara?
Feito de madeira.
É de
Ele
madeira.
vem de dar dinheiro, filho.
Então.
Aqui não, aqui é tudo alvenaria. Foi isso. Foi isso.
Ah, pô.
Não sei, parece que daqui, ó. Velho, eu falo pra você, tá estranho, velho. Você gosta de passar a noite.
Essa. Meu Deus. A vassoura, cara. Vou pegar uma coisa.
Foi?
Você não viu que ele... Meu Deus do céu! Nossa!
Que isso, meu Deus?
Ela tava aí.
Ai, Tiago. Onde? Tiago do céu.
That figure in white really looked like someone who just lost their way back home, and when she realized, she retreated back and proceeded to walk away. Next we have Tom, one of the most British names ever, and not to anyone's surprise, the guy is in fact British. He is so British that his accent got me tripping. I had to slow down to understand everything he was saying. The guy decided today to go back and visit an old abandoned mansion he previously investigated. When I say today, I mean like 8 years ago when this next investigation was done. He wants to get more evidence, to collect, to tell people the truth, but oh man, didn't I lose it in the editing process? I literally was raging at my screen because this man didn't hold back with his mouth on the F word. It didn't take long after he entered the mansion before he began hearing strange noises, like something being drifted across the floor and maybe some door slamming. After some investigating here and there, he finally got to the bottom of it. He noticed a creepy figure from far away, which made him run away. Before he calmed himself down and decided to do an EVP session on a chair, he barely sat down before that same figure got close to him, and it turned out that figure was someone in a clown costume. That figure confused me, Tom. Like, did he want to chase after Tom or not? Because he threw stuff at him, but at the same time, he was getting away from Tom. Tom begged him to call the police to get him some help, but he never responded. Tom never gave up on him, though. Unlike the people this creepy clown dude once knew, Tom was supporting him until he found him on the ground, buckled up, almost like a depressed teen, before he stood up and chased after Tom.
I'm heading back inside of the abandoned mansion right now, and I don't want to do this. Right, guys, here my holy moly Tom sticker. Right, guys, I haven't done this by myself in a long time. Came to explore the abandoned mansion. So, guys, you have no idea. Right, so guys, I am freaking the hell out right now. I am freaking out. I'm legit freaking out right now. I really want to keep exploring, which I am going to definitely. I want to give you guys the dope content that you want to see. I'm gonna keep going. It's got to be a ghost. It's definitely a ghost. So I'm not panicking. Right, let's just keep going. Let's go straight to the top. So I guess I'll be fine. Wait, what the? What? I'm gonna make another well. What? Guys, what the? Right, so guys, I'm freaking out right now because I'm not sure if someone's here or not. Right, let's just keep calm. Right, so guys, I wanted to do a video here quite a while back where I come here, I sit down, do EVPs for at least half an hour. So I'm gonna sit down on this chair. I'm still hoping no one's in here. Right, so let's call out some spirits. Hello? Are there any spirits here? Someone could be down in the basement right now, guys, and I would have... What the... What? Yo. Hello? Hello? You okay? Do you want me to call the police? Yo, just chill. What the f*** is this guy doing? Yo, do you want me to call the police? What the f*** bro? Who the f*** is that? Yo, do you want me to call the ambulance for anyone? Are you okay? Yo. What? Maybe this guy was doing like a ritual or something by himself. There's some ghost. Right, I don't know where this guy actually is, but there's some weapons I could use on the floor maybe if he tries to attack me. Right, I'm not actually sure. What? Yo, you okay? You sure you don't want me to call the police or ambulance?
me alone! Leave me alone!
I really want to call the police now, but what? Oh, he's just a random kid in the building with a clown costume, right? So I want to help him out, but I'm not sure if he's gonna hit me or not. He could be with someone, I'm not sure.
Yo, hey, please. Yo, hey, please, don't hit me, okay? Right, look, I'm gonna call the police for you right now. I'm gonna call the ambulance for you. Literally, if I call the police for you, you're gonna get some help, okay? You're gonna get some help. I'm gonna call the police for you right now, okay? Yo! What the? Yo, I'm gonna help you. Yo.
This might have been one of the weirdest, creepy clowns I have ever seen. Like, what was he even after? Was he in there to creep people out? Or was he in there because he had nowhere else to go after work, no place to sleep? So he picked this mansion. But if that's the case, he wouldn't be wearing that costume 24 hours unless he was just back from work that day and found Tom in his way. Too many questions without an answer, and too many people who haven't subscribed or watched the next video on screen yet.